Hi again. Okay, I just want to knock out a couple of videos while I have a little bit of downtime. So today I'm coming at you with a comparison between the Noe GM, the big mama, and the Petit Noe. Now, if you've been on my channel, you've already seen that I have separate videos of these bags, but I wanted to do a comparison since I actually have them both. Now, it's so funny because when you put them side by side like this, I mean, the GM looks monstrous, doesn't it? But if I can be honest, there is not like this huge size difference. Hold on, I wrote it down. Let me get it. Okay. So the GM, okay, is, what is it? It's 11 inches wide by 13 inches tall by 8 inches deep, okay? So mainly it's a lot taller. The Petit Noe is, what is it? 10 inches wide by almost 11 inches high and 8 inches deep. So really, I mean, there's minimal difference on the width. Even though it looks like there's a huge difference, there is really not. Obviously the Noe GM is just taller, and so I think that's what makes it look so much more monstrous. I don't know, it just, again, I measured it myself just now, again, to make sure, and there doesn't, I'm going to put the bottoms together so I can see, like, see if you put the bottoms together, yeah, see? Well, you're not going to be able to tell this. If you put the bottoms together, there was literally, well, yeah, like an inch difference. I think what makes it look so big is like once you get up to the body, you know, like up to the canvas part, when you get away from this part and you get up here, this just sticks out more. So, you know, so I'm basing the width, you know, I've said this before, measurements of the bag depend on where you measure, you know, like sometimes you have totes where they taper, and so the bottom will be like 10 inches wide, but the top's like 15 inches wide. I only measured this piece. That's what I measured. But if you're measuring from the middle, you can clearly see that it stretches out further than the base. So this particular bag, okay, so a long time ago on the other video, the Noe GM that I had was a lot newer. And so it was pretty stiff still. Okay, this one's older and it's actually kind of slouchy, which I like. Plus it's not, you know, it's not drawn up all the way, so that makes it seem more slouchy. But I really like, okay, let me get this chair. I really like the look of this GM because it's slouchy. And it's almost like a hobo. I mean, because when you think of drawstring, you have a specific idea in your head of how it's going to, you know, the silhouette of the bag and how it's going to lay against your body and all that. You don't really think of a drawstring bag as being like a hobo. But I'm telling you, this one is like a hobo because it's older and it's lost its shape. It's not that stiff. And so, you know, it just gives that hobo feel, which I do like. Now, the base is still pretty structured. I mean, it's still pretty hard around here. You know, there's no feed. It's just all that leather around it. You can access it from your shoulder. This one also has an adjustable strap on both sides. And it only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes, and it's on the bottom hole. So it passes the elbow test, which is a huge plus. You know, I hate that. I hate when it gets caught on your elbow. It's so annoying. You can access it from your shoulder. And, you know, this one, I like this one. It sits a little bit higher, the way that the strap's, you know, on this hole, so it makes it higher. It's easy to get in and out of. But even if you had it lower, it'd still be easy to get in and out of from your shoulder, which is nice. You don't even necessarily, you know, like with a tote, how you have to go like this and take one strap off? Well, this one you don't. You could just, you know, as long as you're holding onto it so it doesn't slip off, you could totally access it. Okay. Petit Noe obviously passes the elbow test too, which is perfect. And it can also be accessed from the shoulder. And, you know, it's funny, I was drawn to the GM size first, got it, and I guess it's because it was just stiffer or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't feeling love connection. But I really like the Petit Noe because it actually turns out that even though the name says petite, it's kind of deceiving because there is quite a bit of room in it. So, okay, I wanted to just show you kind of what this GM will fit. And I just have some bigger stuff out here. So I've got the Truce 23. Okay, this is 9 by 6 by 2.5. This fits in there with plenty of room to spare. Okay, let's see if you can get a good, okay, there it is. It's very loosey-goosey in there. It's not, you know, I'm setting it up like this. I'm not laying it flat. Okay, here is a full-size zippy wallet. Totally fits in there. Right next to it, I have this little dome cosmetic pouch. That fits in there just fine. Okay, let's see. I've been using this big calendar that I got at Mardell. It's like a, oh gosh, it's big. It's big. that'll fit in here just without any trouble. It doesn't hang over the top, anything. Okay, there you go. All right, there is a D-ring. Y'all know Mama loves D-rings. Look, it's on the side. Okay, there is no interior slip pocket or zip pocket, which to me is kind of annoying. But I can get over that because, you know, I can. And then this is just like a little Kate Spade cosmetic pouch fit in there. Okay, so I have like all these bags in here. And they're still like, okay, and then I have, let's try this. I have my liter water bottle, the big size, okay? The big one. And it fits in there. Look at this. It's not sticking out. Everything is in there. Everything is not super snug. Guys, be quiet. It's not super snug. There's still, you know, it's a nice fit. I don't want to say it's loosey-goosey. But you can, everything you'd have to probably assign spots for your stuff in this bag, at least for how much stuff I have in here. So, oh yeah, this is, now it is kind of heavy. Of course, I have that dang water bottle in there, so it's heavy. But, let's try this stuff in the Petit No Way. Now, I can tell you right now, I can't fit the water in there. But, here's my calendar. Now, it's like right there at the top. See? It's like right there at the top. So, again, the GM is taller. So, this is the Truce 23. Put this in there. Now, when I first got the Petit No Way, I got it in the Epi, and I used a Truce 23 as my bag organizer. It took up most of the room, so I didn't do that. I mean, I stopped doing that after a while. But there's still plenty of room in there. There's a Truce 23. Here is the full-size zippy wallet. Fits next to that. And then, I have this dome. I did a video. And then I have this dome cosmetic pouch. Same one. So the only thing, all the same stuff is in here, except for it's just not, I mean, it's like kissing the top. See, just my calendar. Everything else still fits in there. Now, the one thing, this is the last thing, this little pouch right here. Now, it'll fit, kind of. It kind of sits almost on top. So that gives you an idea. In the GM, everything was side by side, no problem. This one, you know, see, you can tell. It kind of sits on the top. And let me see if I could just rearrange it. Now, I could probably push everything. Okay, look. So there. I push everything to the side, and I put it, it's standing up. So as you can see, everything, all the stuff that fits in the GM, with the exception of the water bottle, fits into the Petit No Way. So, like I said, even though when you're looking at this video, you're like, gosh almighty, that looks like a big mama. There is, I just showed you the same exact items, except for the water bottle. Fits in here. It's amazing. But it looks huge, doesn't it? But it's just not. I don't know. Let me do them both on my shoulder at the same time. Okay, so I have the big one and the Petit No Way. Okay, so front and side, this side. Ooh, this chair. This chair is rickety, y'all. And then here's the back. Okay. Yes, y'all like my shirt? Mom life. I said in my last video, my husband thinks this is the goofiest shirt I own. Mama doesn't care. He doesn't understand, right? Okay, so there you go. This is it. Be quiet. Okay, they're getting rowdy and I'm getting angry, so I better go. So I hope you enjoyed this and I hope it was helpful. The GM and the Petite, oh, I'm sorry, the No Way GM, see, they're getting me all distracted, and the Petit No Way. There you go. I hope it was helpful. And I hope y'all have a good weekend, and I'll talk to y'all on the flip side. Bye now.